So, hello class, good day. So we're going to discuss all about recruitment, selection, and placement. So here is the table of contents. So we will going to discuss the recruitment process, andyan yung mga types and purpose, the selection process, the types and procedure of this. In the placement process, know the job description, and in effective techniques, so what strategy you can do, and the ethical considerations, and the sample video. I'm going to upload the video later on. We will not include here in our video presentation. So before we proceed, so there's a quote here: hiring the right people for each role can be one of the most important tasks for an organization. Do you believe in that? So as in our previous class, so where we discussed the human resource planning, which is we see the importance of that. So hiring the right people for each role can be one of the most important. So what is recruitment? So ano nga ba ang recruitment? So sabi ko sa inyo, we will go deeper on this. So it is a process of identifying and hiring employees for an organization. So sabi dyan, pagka the organization looks like making hire lang ng hire. Wala naman silang, alam niyo yun, plan kung ano ba, kung para saan ba yung mga yun, kung kailangan ba. Minsan kasi nakatambay na lang yung mga employees, so sobrang dami, wala nang ginagawa iba, no? So the recruiters within the HR department assume this responsibility by creating job listings, screening candidates, and setting up for an interviews. Yung iba may mga exams din, no? So to proceed, the types of recruitment. So first is the internal recruiting. So in internal recruiting is the process of finding candidates for a position from within your organization. So the recruiters use the background and performance information they have. So in an existing employees to identify those that may fit dun sa new position. So they may also send out a notification to all employees asking those interested in the role to submit an application. So pagka sa internal recruiting nga, sabi dyan, you may also refer to having a department within your business solely for recruitment. So rather than contracting out to a consulting firm. So pwedeng sa inyo na lang, no, sa department within the organization or in a company. So the department typically lives with the larger HR department. Kaya ang ginagawa nga nung iba, nagmi-meeting na lang, no, na sa CEO within the manager, if ilan ba ang kailangan nilang i-hire. So, doon na lang, hindi na sila kailangan ano pa, katulad ng sa mga, tawag dito, yung security guards, may mga agency, yun. So, sa internal recruiting, within the department only. Sa written recruiting naman, so sabi dyan, it is a process when an organization hires an outside HR firm for its recruiting needs. Parang sa mga pagkailangan ngayon, di ba, ng mga kasambahay, mga katulong, like security guards nga din, actually. So, nag-hire, no? Ang isang company gamit yung agency. So this firm find candidates and shares their information with the hiring organization until the owner or manager chooses a permanent hire. But the decision is still on that business or within the organization. But kumbaga meron silang external, no? Meron silang agency na dun sila kukuha kung kailangan. Kasi pag sa agency dumaan, sabi nga, di ba, pag sa kasambahay, mas legit, kumbaga, kasi screened yon mga yon. So, walang tatakas. So, lahat ng information nakuha doon, no? Bago mapunta doon sa isang company. So, in most cases, a company only works with one recruiting firm at a time rather than using multiple consulting services to fill the same position. So, another types of recruitment is the contingency recruiting. So, sabi dyan, ano naman ang contingency recruiting? Diba? Ayan. So, sabi dyan, in this method, the recruitment firms are not always exclusive, meaning multiple agencies may compete, no, to fill the same open role. So, dito sa kanina, binanggit natin sa retained, isa lang. So, dito sa contingency, meron siyang another plan A, plan B, no? Maraming agency na connected sa isang company. Okay? So, sa reverse recruiting naman, sabi dyan, this is a process where a candidate acts as their own recruiter. So, addition ko lang din sa contingency. So, sabi dyan, this is a firm also receives payment from the company when they hire a candidate that the firm represents. So, meron din bayad, no? So, usually, these companies may handle a higher volume of recruitment activity. So, yung mga bigger companies, IBM, yan. So, kung masisearch nyo, malaking company kasi yan, no? Sa yung mga BPOs or mga call centers, I don't know if they also have an agency, no? So, sa reverse recruiting naman, sabi dyan, process or candidates acts as their own recruiter. So, sila yun. The candidate identifies companies they want to work for. So, they proactively contacts the internal recruiter or a hiring manager for that company to find a position. So, if a person feels that they have the right skills set for an open position, so they may engage in reverse recruiting to find a suitable role. So, bali, 4 lang yun, no? Na types. So, pwede nyo balik-balikan. So, ngayon naman, proceed tayo sa steps. So, as I said earlier, pag steps, ibig sabihin process. Ibig sabihin in order. Okay? So, first, step in recruiting process is to identify the company needs. So, it is important for an HR to have a complete understanding of what their employer is looking for. So, they can bring the best people for the position. So, the recruiter typically discuss the role within the department head and works to learn more about the position. So they discuss here the type of person they are looking for, the beneficial skills, and the desired experience level. So sa pag-identify kasama na yun, no? Next, create a recruitment plan. So parang yung haraan, meron siya dapat HR requirement list, no? Meron siyang guide. So sabi dyan, in a recruitment plan is a process, sometimes a document that the recruiter follows to hire the best person for the job. So in this, it outlines the methods they use to find candidates and how they conduct the interview process. So sa interview process, nakalist down din lahat ng mga questions doon, mga dapat nilang malaman na information about that applicant. So as the recruitment process, it can vary from position to position. They typically create a new recruitment plan for each new job opening. So, however, if an open position is like another recently filled role, so the recruiter may reuse their previous recruitment plan, making few or no adjustment to it. So, ibig sabihin lang, pag parehas lang, may mga kamukha na mga position, so pwede nilang gamitin, no? Yung guide na yon para doon sa another recruitment plan. Next step. So, the third is a draft a job description. So, ito sana una natin gagawin, pero binigyan ko mas mahabang time, no? Yung inyong curriculum vitae. So, draft a job description para maituro ko rin muna before nyo gawin, no? A job description outlines what the employer is looking for in their new hire and informs potential candidates about what the job entails. So, sabi, the recruiter also write a job description that accurately describes the position and the requirements. So, this is accurately describes the position and the requirements. Tandaan nyo, job description. So, the information gathered from the discussion within the department manager, along with information about similar positions within a company. So, for example, the recruiter may already know the type of personality that could be a good fit to a job, but they still ask about the specific skills required from the department manager. So, dapat accurate siya. So, mayroon bang other skills yan, no? So, next is advertise the open position. So, after you draft the job description, i-advertise mo na. So, trabaho yan ng recruiters. No? They have several methods used for advertising an open position. Ang mga included dyan is posting to employment websites, sending out a notice internally to other employees, and sending messages through their professional network, no? Yung mga link, minsan sila mga company link, mga linkages, sources. The recruiter also uses their knowledge of the position to advertise in a way that is most likely to reach and attract the best candidates. Usually, uma-attend sa mga job fair to share. Ito yung job position na open sa amin, no? They know how to explain what they need, so that they can have the best candidate. So they typically try to receive as many applications as possible to look for candidates that are good fit. So next, after advertise is analyze. Analyze the candidates. So the recruiter analyzes the applications and determines which one are likely a good fit for the position. So one method they use to determine this is comparing a resume with the listed job requirements. So as often, so this is a time consuming to interview every candidate for a position. So the recruiter works to narrow this down to a more manageable number. So let's say 100 nga ang nag-apply. Ang OA, no, 100. So, 50. Tama na-express na yung 50 kasi sabihin natin hindi yung tinapos nilang educational background is not related to the position. So, para ma-turn down kasi waste, alam niyo yun, sabi nga, time consuming, no? If lahat nung nag-apply na yon is i-interview mo, tapos alam mo naman na hindi pasado na iba because of some minimal requirements, no? So, after you analyze, you will proceed to an interview. So, you will interview the candidates. So, in many businesses, the HR department starts the interview phase. Yung iba, nauuna yon. So, they maybe many applicants, even after narrowing them down, so the department manager does not have enough time to re-interview them all. So, the recruiter has an introductory interview with these candidates and advances the best candidates to the next stage of the process. So yung iba may interview process in the first phase, no? First interview, but there are also a final interview kung tawagin. So once they identify the best candidates, the department manager assumes control over hiring process and makes the final decision. So after ng interview, they conduct some exam siguro. And then after that final interview, if siguro sasabihin nila na isa kasi napili namin, tatanggapin mo ba to? So the decision is there. Okay? So may pagkatapos ba ng interview candidate? So I think this is the last step of recruiting process. Close the process, no? So pag meron ka nang na-choose, so this may include informing other candidates that maybe fill the position or removing their online open job listing. So, pwede nang i-delete yung job posting or pwede na silang mag-post na meron nang na-hire. No? So, para wala nang, alam yun, kasi baka June nakalagay ng deadline is June 7. So, June 10 na, baka may nag-apply pa kasi hindi malinaw. So, dapat merong closing ng process. So, may announcement. And yung mga nag-apply, so kung sa email naman yan, dapat may response na sorry, the position you are applying for is already filled up. No? So, nakakasunod ba sa steps? So, natapos na natin yung types. The fourth, ilan types yon? Types of recruitment. Bali, 4. Tapos, meron tayong steps. Bali, 7 steps. Next, proceed tayo sa tips for successful recruitment in HR. So, below are some tips for those working in HR to help find the best candidates for each role and to help streamline the recruitment process. So, first, nakalagay dyan, conduct wide searches. So, by doing that, search on a variety of locations for candidates. So, let's say example, if you believe you have a good internal candidate, so often useful to search outside the company as well to see if someone else may be more qualified for the role. So doing so not only keeps to ensure that you find the best candidate, but you may find someone that is good for another position that you're looking to fill. So another one is save applicant information. So paano naman yung save applicant information? So sabi dyan, after dito naman yung after your employer hires someone for the open position, save the information of the other candidates. Dapat kukunin mo din yon. So this way, if another similar positions opens, you may already have the perfect person for the job. Halimbawa, hindi siya nag-fit kasi ang hiring ngayon is accountancy, no? Pero ang nag-apply nga is pang HR siya. Pwede mo i-keep yung information niya, no? So that later on, pag nangailangan tayo ng HR na tao, o kaya let's say marketing yan or e-entrep, no? Or econ. So, pwede na natin kunin yon. So, sabihin, ay, meron akong previous na applicant, ganyan yung information, ganyan yung tinapos ng educational background, no? So, pwede na natin makuha yon. So, hindi na tayo mag-aksaya pa ng panahon na maghintay, no? Ng mag-a-apply ulit. So, if the person hired for the job leaves or otherwise cannot fulfill their duties, you can resume the recruitment process from the middle rather than starting back at the beginning. Kasi mag-posting pa ulit tayo, so may pwede na silang kontakin agad. May nakaabang, kumbaga. So you can save your employer time by contacting the candidates that have already gone through some of your interview process. Kaya yung iba sinasabi, better luck next time, balikan ka namin. So kung makakapaghintay ka, kung wala ka pang trabaho in the next few months, so baka kasi yung opening ng para sa kanyang work is pang next month pa. So if makapaghintay, so better kasi meron na agad kayong nakaabang na magiging tauhan. So another, ask for feedback. Asking for feedback from those that take part in your recruitment process is, for a while, I will pause. So, tips for unsuccessful recruitment in HR. So, proceed ko lang. I just pause for something issue. So, ask for feedback. So, let's continue. Asking for feedback from those take part in your recruitment process is a good way to improve it. So, for example, dito, after your employer hires someone, you could ask that person how they felt, about the recruitment in an interview or in a hiring process. Also, ask the hiring manager if they felt provide enough strong candidates for their consideration. So, pwede kayong magtanong-tanong, sa mga previous na humawak ng mga hiring process para alam nyo kung ano yung background ng applicant na yun. So, then implement the feedback you receive in any future recruitment plan so that you can use that feedback to another recruiting process later on. Okay? So, next, in a selection process, so the employee selection process is a series of steps, binanggit natin kanina, followed by a hiring team to gather necessary information for making a hiring decision. So it includes stages like screening calls, in-person interviews. Ayan, nilagay ko na din sa gawing dulo ng slide, the background checks, and the job offer. So this guide provides essential insights to help you develop an efficient selection process for your organization. So here, another steps in selection process. So there are 8. So first is the application. So sabi sa application phase, sometimes seen as a passive from the hiring team side. So bakit? You just wait for candidates to respond to your job ads or listing. However, applications should have selection tools helping you sort candidates or as qualified or unqualified. So, magkakaroon ka na ng sorting. Okay? So, meron mga qualifying questions, na pwede. So, for example, briefly describe your experience with Excel, mga ganon. Can you legally work in some areas in Nueva Ecija ba or in Manila? So, ano pa ba yung mga pwedeng maging example dyan? Some of the question could require simply yes or no yung pwedeng maging sagot. So, with the wrong answer, automatically disqualifying a candidate. So, kung halimbawa, you know how to use a Canva, pag no agad, syempre, ang gagawin niyang trabaho, mga job ads, gano'n. So, if hindi niya kaya, so paano? Tuturuan mo pa? So, medyo, pag ganun tagilid na, dinidisqualified na agad, first is the application. Second is the resume screening. So, pag nag-pass ka ng resume mo, yung mga ginawa niyong resume, dito naman, makikita, ayan sabi niya, ways to filter resume. So, makikita dyan yung background, cover letter, mga unconscious bias, may mga nakalagay bang hindi dapat doon, yung resume layout. Kaya sabi ko sa inyo, dapat catchy, di ba? Kung babasahin pa ba niya yung buo na yon. So, you have a collection of resume or CVs to sift through a filter those deemed suitable for a screening call. So, what you will need to do now is going through resumes one by one, whether manually or software assisted. Kasi kung nagpapas ka ng resume through, online, Next, after ng resume screening call. So, tatawagan mo na sila, no? A screening call or phone screen is among the initial hiring stage where recruiters shortlist applicants. So, the purpose of this call is to establish whether the candidate is truly interested in the job. So, at least minimally qualified to do it successfully. So, by this way, only the best applicants will go to the next, no? Lalo na kung strict yung recruiter. So, the hiring stages like assessments and in-person interviews, saving your team time and money. Siyempre, pag sa screening call pa lang, pag hindi na pasado, ba't mo pa siya papupuntahin, no? So, kasi mag-aaksaya ka ng panahon na kausapin pa yan. Kung yan ay papupuntahin mo agad, no? Next, assessment test. So once you screen a candidate and sorted them into promising or maybe or disqualified groups, you want to look at the surviving candidates, no? Mga survivor kasi nakarating na sila sa assessment test. Further assess their ability to do the job you're looking to fill. So this assessment test can take place in a multitude of forms in the selection process. So a written or online test to do, the attitude, personality, intelligence test. Marami yan, mga pwede, no? Sa in-person audition for an acting position, a sales job where you request the candidate to pitch you a product. Kasi yung iba, pag sa marketing agent, ganyan, no? So, paano ka ba mag-pitch ng product? Paano ka ba mang-inganyo or okay, ano? Kitchen position where you're asked to cook something for you on the spot, no? Kung sa kitchen man yung kailangan mo, cook, ano man yan, no? Paglulutuin mo siya ng on the spot doon, no? Kung masarap ba, o paano ba siya magluto. So, depende sa position kung ano yung hire mo. Sa assessment test yon. So, usually sa atin naman, sa mga assessment test, no? Exams yan. So, sa accounting, hindi ko alam kung magagawa ba ng problem. Ganun, no? So, in-person interviewing, the next fifth step, you're now deep in the selection process. So, having screened candidates, evaluated their skills, assessed their abilities, and create a short list of the most qualified people, it's finally time to meet in person with those promising candidates and determine who's going to be your next to hire, no? A good interview, nakalagay dyan, will help you make a better hiring decision. So, as you will objectively evaluate and compare candidates' potential. So, there's more to do than actual interview, no? You need to prepare yourself and the entire hiring team to make sure you will ask the right questions. So, kaya nga sabi ko sa inyo, may guide, no? Sa interview nyo, one by one, later on. So, may guide yung inyong magiging recruiter, kumare, no? So, yung magiging prof nyo sa next napapalit sa akin. Next, background checks. So, dito sabi niya, reassure that your finalists are reliable, no? Example, employers may conduct pre-employment check to make sure candidates have told the truth in their resumes or don't currently do illicit drugs. So, kaya nga yung iba gusto nila kung naka-public dapat yung Facebook, no? Pag ikaw ay nag-apply ng trabaho. Kasi isa yan, no? So, parang CNCI, background check, no? Several types of background checks including criminal records, pwedeng sa NBI, credit reports, driving records, verification reports. Kaya iba may mga drug test, no? Kunwari, ikaw na napili, tsaka pa lang pinapapas yung mga ganyang records. Para ma-sure nila, no? Yung background check nila, ito ba ay hindi ka ba drug addict or what? Next, reference check. So, this way, you will get a feedback, no? In final stage, you might want to get some references for your best candidate. So, kukuha ka ng feedback and their performance from people they actually worked within the past. So, yung sinasabi ng certificate of employment, palagay doon, no? Na halimbawa, nag-work ka ng for 3 years sa PCT, gano'n. So, para malaman nila, no, nakalagay doon, parang good moral siya, parang sa pag-aaral nyo, bago ka tanggapin yung CLS, yung may good moral ka. So, matino ka ba, maayos ka bang estudyante before. Okay? So, you could ask candidates to provide contact details from their former employers. So, kaya may references, no, sa mga resume niya. Naglagay ba kayo? Pwede niyo ilagay doon mga ganyan prof niyo, kung totoo ba na ikaw ay with honors, gano'n. So that you can validate all the informations you provide the company, no? So, lahat ng nasa resume mo ba ay yun ang lahat ba ng nakalagay doon ay tama. Okay? So, reference checks. And the last part is the decision and a job offer. So, now it's time to let them know you're offering them a position at your company. So, pwede mo nang i-discuss dyan yung mga benefits and salary nila na pwedeng ma-receive if they accept the offer, the job offer. Okay? So, that the 8 steps of selection process. Proceed tayo sa employee placement. So, sabi dyan, employee selection involves selecting the right employees for a particular position, while the employee placement involves matching the qualification presented by an employee to a position that requires those qualifications. So, malinaw, ano? For employee selection, magtitingin ka pa lang kung ano ba yung sinong tao, right employee, applicant, para sa position. Sa placement, dito na i-match na yung qualifications na meron ikaw. So, what is placement? So, nakalagay naman dyan in detail. Hindi ko na ulitin. Sabi lang dyan sa nakabold, i-emphasize, it is a vital function because it strikes a balance between the vacancies to be filled and assigning right person for the right job. So, sa another employee placement, sabi din, a strong and effective job description. So, dapat matuto tayong gumawa ng job description should be developed to guide the process for you to have an effective selection and employee placement. So, siya pala ang magdidikta dun sa employee placement, no? The job description. So, this is the importance of placement. Allocating a wrong job to the right person or assigning a wrong person to the right job will cause a heavy damage to the organization at large. So, magiging sakit lang siya ng ulo, no? So, magiging problem lang. Kaya dapat hindi magkaroon ng mismatch. So, there are 6 essential principles. So, malapit na tayo sa dulo. The first is the job first, man next. So, sabi dyan, hindi ko na ilagay yung meaning, ano? So, I will discuss na lang. Employees should be placed on the job according to the requirements of the job. Again, employees should be placed on the job according to the requirements of the job. So, ibig sabihin lang, the job should not be adjusted according to the qualification and the requirements of the employee. Hindi yung qualification na mag-a-adjust, no, sa tao. Kahit sino pa siya, no? Job first, man next should be the important principle of placement. Next, placement according to qualification. So, sabi dyan, employee should be offered with the job according to his qualifications. So, the placement of the employee should neither be higher nor lower than the qualifications. In a familiarization, the third one is the employee should be familiar with the working conditions prevailing in the organization. So, dapat may background siya, no? And all the things relating to the job. So, he should also be made aware of the rules and regulations for performing the job. So, dapat may familiarization. In a developing sense of loyalty, the efforts should be made to develop a sense of loyalty and cooperation among the new employees. So, when they are introduced to the job, this will help the employees to realize the responsibility towards the job and within the organization. So, magkakaroon ng loyalty doon, no? Sa ready placement naman, sabi lang dyan, when an employee as soon as joins the organization, so they should be placed at once. So, meaning, the placement should be ready before the joining date of the selected person. So, dapat meron na siyang kalalagyan bago siya pumasok, no? Hindi yung papasok siya, saka pa lang kayo magdedesisyon kung saan siyang area or department mapupunta. Okay? Meron namang sinasabi din dyan, temporary placement. So, the 6th one is the essential or the initial stage. The placement may be temporary as changes as required after the completion of the training. So, after ba ng training niya, saan siya mag-excel, no? So, saka pa lang siya i-designate kung saan. The employee can then be transferred to the job where he can do better justice. So, let's say, sa mga bangko, mas maano siya, mabilis siyang mag-cook up or magaling siya sa customer service. So, dun muna siya dadalhin bago siya mag-teller 1 or bago siya mag-open accounts. No? So, next, how to have an effective placement. So, nakalagay dyan, malinaw, job rotation, teamwork, training and development. Nabanggit natin yun before, job enrichment and empowerment. The job rotation, example of this, sabi nga dyan, is transferring employee from one job to another. As you can see sa mga banks, no, nagkakaroon sila ng job rotation. Even though sa ibang mga departments, so sa teaching lang, usually hindi masyado ang job rotation, no, na let's say accounting, tuturo ko, may HR ako, no. So, sa ibang work, no, sa mga grocery stores, actually, nagkakashier, o kaya sa mga 7-Eleven, tapos mag-graveyard, no? So, lahat ng work dun sa isang company kayang gawin ng isa. Para kahit mawala yung isa, pwede siyang mag-replace doon. Teamwork. Team spirit is necessary among the employees. Alam natin yan. Parang sa klase lang din yan. May teamwork. Huwag lang sa exam and mga quizzes. Okay? Training and development. This is help each employee to acquire new skills and knowledge based on the redesigned job. So, kaya nga, even kami, mga faculty, we need a trainings, seminars, and for our development para marami kaming mag-gain na mga new skills, no, specialty skills, para ma-masters yung isang subject, no, matrain kami para yung ma-share namin sa mga students is madadagdagan. Okay? So job enrichment naman provides the challenging work and decision-making authority to the employment. Sa job enrichment, parang activities lang din to, no, na nagkakaroon ng other flexible works, no? Bukod sa nagtuturo nga, katulad niyan, dapat kami ay nagre-research din. Sa empowerment, this will also solve the problem in placement. Sa empowerment, ano bang ginagawa po nag-empowerment? Nagkakaroon ng chance or ng opportunities each employee. So that's the effective placement, no? There are 2, 4, 5. So madali lang naman siyang matandaan, maintindihan. The next is the ethical considerations. I think this is the last na parang naka-enumerated dyan. So, requiring candidates to pay for their services. So, mga yan, mga others, depende sa mga sa company na mapapasukan, no? Altering the job description, advertising ng existing jobs, yung altering a candidate's resume. Yung iba may gumagawa nun, no? Presenting an expiring offer to a candidate. Tapos na, pero pinano pa nila, faking a relationship with an employer. Dapat yan yung mga hindi, ito yung mga to avoid, okay? Never place misleading job advertisement. Parang sa pag ano lang yan endorse lang ng mga pagkain, no? Laki-laki ng burger sa ano, tapos pag binigay sa'yo, napakaliit lang pala. So, wrong advertisement, no? Sabi dyan, parang si job offer lang din, misleading job advertisement. Interview correctly to ensure proper matching. Kasi yung iba, sasabihin nakalagay sa posting, ang trabaho mo ganito, ganyan. Let's say, tindera ka lang, tapos ang gagawin mo pala, magluluto ka rin, tapos mag-uurong ka pa. Baka nga maglalaba ka pa, o di ba? So, mislead na siya. Consider a candidate's personality, work ethic, interests, and goals in addition to their qualifications. So, marami yan actually, yung mga ethical considerations. Depende sa kung anong kumpanya, nadadagdagan pa yung mga yan. So, yan lang yung mga mga basics, no? Na the recruiters and the company should avoid. So, in the last, sabi ni Rumi, let the beauty of what you love be what you do. Okay? So, if you have questions, thank you for listening. So, pwede niyo ulitin ito. So, you can message me here in my email or in a Facebook account. This video will uploaded soon. Okay? So, thank you.